Michael, today, award-winning builder Steve Barkhouse is here to talk about getting all dressed up with trim.
Well, if you're planning a fall or winter reno, we have just the man that you need to talk to. Here's Leanne Cusack.
And Michael, Steve Barkhouse will be at the Ottawa Home Show as well, but he's here for your home right now in our studio. It's great to have Steve Barkhouse, award-winning builder again. Okay, Steve's just back. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Steve and son Broxton just back from where we have a photo of your win.
That's my boy.
And you, what was the exact award?
Renovator of the Year for the province of Ontario.
And the only person to have ever received that twice.
Twice, yeah, we're very proud of that.
Well, we're happy to brag about that for you. That's excellent. Well, and for a good reason. It's all about the finish. And right now, Steve Barkhouse is going to take us all to finishing school.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about trim, which has got to be fun. You want to be in a really good mood, have some fun with trim. We were talking earlier that trim is relatively inexpensive to use, so try different things with it. If it doesn't work out, it's like paint that we talked about last time. Have some fun with it. Try something a little dramatic, and
you're going to share some cost-cutting tips.
Oh, absolutely,
as well.
absolutely.
Some cost-cutting and trim-cutting tips.
Yeah.
So you say it's relatively inexpensive, but it's intimidating for people, especially when you hear forever that the details are what really matters and the trim is the detail.
Yeah, so we're going to show you, walk you through a project that we've done, a typical Canada home. Beautiful room sizes, you know, the nice big rooms, but a builder grade home with builder grade trim. And you can see the little baseboard there and a tiny crown molding. This is obviously when we're just starting. And then if you flip to the next picture, you'll see the transformation. So not only the trim, but paint color, but we added a splash of color to the walls. But then we did the wainscoting around the perimeter. See the before and after. The crown molding's bigger. And I can show you a little trick that we used on that. If we go to the next picture, you'll see it a little bit closer. The wainscoting. Yeah, the room divider. So there it is, up close and personal. All we did was add some trim to the existing pieces and painted it out in high gloss white.
So you create the illusion.
Of an expensive finish. Yeah.
Well, show us, because I know before we get to this beautiful glebe renovation, if you at home would like to try that little room divider technique, demonstrate away, Steve.
So basically, we took the 4 small pieces of trim. They're, you know, pennies a foot, maybe less than $1 a foot. Put them together and made that panel, the square panel. And then the existing baseboard, which was a small one, we added a little trim above it, and the crown above that, we added a trim below it, and giving it depth, and then painted it all white, so it looks like it's one big piece of wood.
Yes.
Right? So it looks fantastic, and yet it's very cost effective. So if we flash back to that, you'll see it.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's what that's typically what you see is the people look at a trim and wainscot and they think it's one big piece of wood, super expensive, and it doesn't have to be.
But it's a lot of add-ons, but finished out. So this is the glebe renovation. The other one was the Canada renovation. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, that was just a stained wood. This, again, is the same home in Canada. And again, you want to have fun with this. So here instead of doing the stereotypical following the line of the staircase, we cut it off on a horizontal line, and we got the boxes to get smaller and smaller as you go up the stairs.
That's
kind of fun.
Beautiful, but that looks really tricky for an amateur.
It's small pieces of trim, literally. And because it's a rounded wall, it's intimidating, but it's not because the trim is so small. You just bend it around the corners.
And it does give a great degree of detail, and it looks really rich. So what about this one?
So we're going to focus on the crown molding now. You can barely see it in this picture, but that's the existing builder grade crown molding. And again, the after shot where it's hard to see a bit there, but you can see it's double the size, and that's just a small piece of molding below and a full paint out in the semi-gloss, in the white, the high gloss white, sorry. So it looks like it's one solid piece of wood.
Great, and we're going to show you some cheats when we come back as well, but this is a beautiful effect.
Yeah, this is the Geo Dream Home. Again, expensive headboards for a bed. All we took was a little bit of trim, and we trimmed it out. You can see the trim bits in there and painted it.
Now, I love whole rooms done like that paneled effect, and that's all it is trim and then paint it out.
Yeah, and there's drywall in the back bits.
Beautiful.
Same thing on the ceiling. We took 3 pieces of wood, we formed a box, glued them together, and put them up on the ceiling, and did them in a diamond pattern, which is a little more fun.
And that just shrieks expensive.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? You put a nice fixture on that, it's gorgeous. Again, same thing here. We did it in stained grade wood, but we did the ceiling and the walls. This is a little more arts and crafts, something you might see in the glebe, a golden triangle area. And it just jumps out. That room was so plain before we started. And now it just shouts out luxury.
And age and
Yeah, arts and crafts,
great
right?
bones, and yeah, the arts and craft that never goes out of style, does
No,
it?
it does not. Not in my books, anyway.
And we have about 15 seconds left, so we're going to save that and show you everything that Steve's brought along for show and tell when we come back.
All right.
Okay.